Our first day in Dusseldorf sees us on the hop-on, hop-off bus. The trip is 2.5 hours and really gives you a chance to see what's around. You can see that the weather has really turned it on for us. Although you can hear German, we had headphones on that said everything in English.
Interessant ist die Geschichte ihrer Namensgebung. Sie hieß in früheren Jahren unter anderem Kastanienallee. Im Revolutionsjahr 1848 spielte sich dann ein ungeheuerlicher Akt von Majestätsbeleidigung ab in der Stadt Witten und hatte fortan ein sehr gespanntes Verhältnis zu den Düsseldorfern.
This street has all the banks on one side and all the high-end fashion on the other side, with the Dussel River up the middle.
Feststellen, dass beide Straßenhälften, die in der Mitte von einem stehenden Gewässer getrennt sind, einen sehr unterschiedlichen Charakter haben. Auf der rechten Seite erstreckt sich das Geschäftsviertel. Von Lagerfeld bis Yves Saint Laurent, Gucci, Prada, Cartier oder Tiffany ist hier alles vertreten, was in der Modeszene Rang und Namen hat. Darüber hinaus finden Sie auch große Shoppingpassagen wie die Kö-Galerie, das Kö-Carré, das Sevens und das Stilwerk. Dieser Straße verdankt Düsseldorf den Ruf, eine der weltbesten Shoppingmetropolen zu sein. In diesem Zusammenhang ist auch äußerst praktisch, dass sich auf der linken Kühlseite das Bankenviertel erstreckt und kleine Brücken den finanziellen Nachschub zwischen den beiden Straßenhälften aufrechterhalten. Sie sehen hier viele der Kastanien. Es gibt insgesamt 5 Baumreihen auf der Königsallee. Hier unmittelbar an der Einkaufsmeile die Kastanien, weiter drüben die für Düsseldorf besonders typischen Bäume, die Platanen. In den 80er Jahren wurde die Königsallee, wie es damals hieß, neu möbliert. Die Straßenbeleuchtung ist nach dem Vorbild der alten Jugendstillampen gestaltet, die Sie zum Teil auf den Köhlbrücken sehen. Das Karschhaus ist benannt nach der Kaufmannsfamilie Karsch.
They say you can always tell the wealth of a place by how much construction is going on. So from this, I think Germany is doing okay. In fact, while we were here, I saw something on TV saying that Germany is currently the powerhouse of Europe and it's them that's holding up the euro. We are crossing one of the 2 bridges that join the 2 banks of Dusseldorf together. On this side is the more residential part of town, and again we have houses that are over 100 years old and they look pretty good for their age.
Ein Wahrzeichen von Oberkassel sind die Platanenreihen entlang der Straße. Sie werden im zeitigen Frühjahr immer ganz kurz beschnitten, damit sich die Kronen der Platanen so entwickeln, dass man auch bei leichtem Regen trockenen Fußes darunter entlang gehen kann. Durch die Platanen bietet sich ein Blick auf den Bereich der Schrebergärten. Das sind kleine gepachtete Privatgärten, wo Privatleute Gemüse und Obst anbauen. Das Gelände ist
Here along the river's edge, people can rent land to grow anything from flowers to fruit and veg. There is no room at their houses to have gardens, so this is their way of keeping their green thumbs green. Here we are crossing the river on the second bridge and are about to pass through the old Dusseldorf gates which separated the city from the farming areas. Sculptures are everywhere, and this is near the Dussel River that the city got its name from. Along the river's edge there is plenty of places you can stop and get traditional German sausages and plenty of beer. I think this is what they tried to do at Bag Street jetties but failed. This is the boat that we're doing our river cruise on. Their ticket box reminds me of something.
Exterminate!
Who the hell was that? On the boat we head upriver first past the Dusseldorf Tower, which has a restaurant at the top. You can see here where they built up the shoreline on this side to protect the city from floods. The floodwater can get quite high and they're ready for it. The town planners wanted this part of the city to look different and trendy. No building was to look the same and had to make a statement. This is part of one of their expensive hotels. Here they've combined one of the old clock towers with the new modern building. This is the entrance to the harbour. From here we'll head back downriver.
Contrast to the neighbouring historic buildings in brick. At the head of the harbour basin, you can see another spectacular building. In the 1990s, another major building project in the city further improved the quality of life here in Dusseldorf. This involved tunnelling under the old town. The 2.5-kilometre long Rheinufer tunnel that runs under the Rhine promenade was opened in 1993. By banishing cars underground, the city once again moved closer to the river, at the same time creating perhaps the most attractive promenade to be found anywhere along the Rhine. From here, it's only a couple of steps to Dusseldorf's famous shopping street, the Königsallee. Located in the heart of the old town. Pubs belonging to these breweries.
These container boats are quite funny. With the containers stacked up high, the bridge part of the boat can actually lift up so they can see over the top of the boat. Here's one that doesn't have containers and the bridge is down low. See that building in the background with the pointy black roof? The legend says that when a young lady entered the church to get married, the spire on top twisted because she wasn't a true virgin. And it won't straighten up again until a true virgin enters again. We are now in the city square of the old Dusseldorf town. This is the main tourist area with the old buildings and cafes to the old style entertainment at different times of the day. It's always pretty quiet in the morning. It's normally around 10-11 o'clock before you start to see people coming out and the town really starts to wind up. There are hundreds of taxis everywhere, and with large taxi stands all over, you don't have to wait long to get one. And if you do, then they thought of that too. Walking around town is just so easy, and you never know what you're going to find. I don't think this is the original. This is our view from our room, and considering we are right on the main street and with the trams just below, you really don't hear much from it when the windows are closed. So here we are in Dusseldorf. This is our room here. A lot better than the other place, a lot more modern. Very fancy this is. Got a fancy door key with the card to get in and all that sort of thing. So quite nice. And a new bathroom we got here as well. But still, no adhesive strips. They have very long days here. It's about 10:15 at night now, and by about 5:30 tomorrow morning, sun comes back up again.